Good evening, everyone. Hello. Let's see who's here. Who's here? We have Laced with Lacey, Everett Scott, aka Fry, 380 all the way around. Simply E, Aaron, Remy, Pepper, Purple, IS, Hello Loves, Kathy, Cynthia, Cindy, Jen, Survived It, Ems, Robin, Amber K, Michelle, Amelia, Melanie, Evelyn, Mrs. Nevins, Anna Mary, Sasquatch, Pat, 180, Karma Biatch, Hope is Peace, Alexis, Melody Renee, Christy, Lady B, Susan, Amy, Little Bit of Baggage, Marley, Cinderella, The Real Science Girl. Hello, Science Girl. British, Smuds. Oh, I don't know how to say your name. Sweet Susie, Sandy, Crazy Mama, Cash, Mimi's, Penny, The Truth, Smooth Criminal, Kimberly, The Activist Life, Bling Bling, Annette, Hello Starlight, Longchamp Mafia, Julie, Jen Jen, B. Fergus Mom, Joannie, Stop Animal Cruelty, K. Smalls, Sally, Cindy Lopez, Carla Marie, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Now I lost place. Did I say hello to my cash? Shell, Black Dahlia, Sandy, Jackie, K Mello, Kara, Pugs, Anonymous Buddha. Okay. I'm going to get to that, Susan. I was just waiting for everyone to come in. I originally planned to do a ladies' night for tonight because I forgot that Thursday's a holiday. I won't be here. And then I decided to switch it off to do a little drama recap because I felt it necessary. Uber. Hello, Uber. Because I just don't understand a couple of things, and I'm going to get to that. Anyway, Wendy is doing much, much better. She had her staples out today. Yesterday was 2 weeks since her surgery. And she had, hello, Bless, figure skating coach, hello. Tawanda. Tawanda, you thought that you were blocked, didn't you? But you're not. There's a thing called unblocking. Yes, Wendy is feeling better. She virtually said to me that she, had pretty much no more pain. Although today she had her staples out, so I don't know if that caused any pain or not. But she's been resting a lot, and hopefully next Thursday she'll be back for ladies' night. So won't that be wonderful? Anyway, so yes, Wendy is doing well, and I know everyone misses her, but she will be back. She definitely will be back. All right, so where do I start? Okay, so last Tuesday, I did a live stream. My live stream wasn't about anyone. My live stream was not about sarcasm. It was not about Marissa. It was not about anyone. My live stream was about a fundraiser and how a fundraiser can turn into a circus, because I have to say from experience, they all do. No matter how good your intention is, whenever it comes to fundraising for someone in your community, which in the drama community we have done a lot, there's always going to be people who donate, and then after the whole thing is through, they start asking questions. So this is what happens when you have a fundraiser, and that's all I really wanted to speak on. But then, because it was live and it's not scripted, things happen. People come into the chat and things start happening, and then people ask to come up on panel. So people came up on panel. Stephanie was on panel, Laura came on panel, and then Science Girl, well, Sarcasm, for the first time since all of this was going on and she was being spoken about everywhere, asked if for a link, and she came on panel. So that's what I do. If someone wants to come up on panel, I give them a link. So then Science Girl wanted to come on panel, so I gave her a link. And there, I believe, was my big mistake. I'm just using this as an example of where I'm going. Not my mistake, because I do allow anyone to come up on panel. I felt that when Science Girl came on panel, she was very honest with what she did, what she asked her friends, but then also got to hear Sarcasm speak, and she apologized. I think that was very commendable of her to come up here and take whatever it was that was getting thrown at her, sat there and listened to it, and then apologized. So I'm not reading the chat right now because I don't want to. I'm seeing that someone is blaming Amber. I don't know for what, but I usually get blamed for everything. So it's a relief that Amber's getting blamed for something tonight rather than me. So, see, I already went off my thought train here. Okay, so Science Girl came up and, and she apologized. And then while she was up on the panel, she started getting some messages from her friends. And perhaps she shouldn't have said who it was. I don't know, but it happened, whatever, it happened. So we knew that it was about Marissa. Now, from what I understood the night that I was live, because it was told to me, and then that live stream was taken down and then she put it back up again, was that she was streaming my live and, reacting to it. And I did listen to her live. And well, no, I don't think I listened to that live. She did another stream. I don't know if it was done live or not, but there were actually more than one. But I heard her. Now here's what I think happened. I believe that she was angry with her friend, but I don't know, somehow took it out on me because she said that my live stream was about her. The live stream was not about her. Maybe the portion where she was clued in that Science Girl came up, that part might have been a little about her, because Science Girl was telling us what friends it was that she told to, did you check into this? But my stream was not about her. So what happened was I did listen to one of her streams, and, Marissa, again, started talking about St. Jude. She said something to the effect that, and she said this, a million times, I'm pretty sure, that, she puts the link to St. Jude in her, whatever description. Well, that's fine. You can do that. I can do it too. Or anyone can go to St. Jude and donate to their heart's content. That's not, I don't fundraise. She keeps using the word fundraising. In fact, she sent me a message on Google Hangouts after the live stream and said that she believes that I should have a fundraiser of my own for sarcasm. I didn't really get what that meant, but that's what she said to me. I don't fundraise on here for St. Jude. I do not do fundraisers. I think I've explained this more than once. A fundraiser would entail me getting in touch with St. Jude, explaining to them what I'm doing as far as fundraising, and I would ask for their assistance in what I should do. What I do here, and I know I've said this more than once, wait a minute. Hi, everyone. I'm here to spill the tea. Trish and I are together. It's all, that's not really Tomahawk Sean, is it? Oh my God. Hold on a second. Someone go to that channel. What are you saying even? I don't even understand. So anyway, like I said, I don't fundraise on here. What I said was, the Erin, thank you for all you do for St. Jude. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What I said and Wendy said, we said this more than once. We decided. Oh, and let me just bring this up. She brought up my AdSense thing again. All right. So my AdSense, I don't make money off of AdSense on Thursday night because automatically when I play Ladies Night, the publishers get whatever AdSense I make. I only have, and by the way, and I'm holding my hands out like a megaphone. I only have one ad on my live streams, one that you can skip over, not 45. I don't put 45 ads on my live streams. Okay, because that would indicate that I'm trying to suck you all dry. Thank you, Remy. So now on that Thursday night, any money that's made of AdSense goes directly to Warner Chappell, etc., the other people who are involved with the song Ladies Night. So they're going to get a little, teeny tiny bit of money. That's all they're going to get. Now, for the most part, on Tuesday night, because you have to be really careful with what you say, if you curse too much, if you're putting words in the title that YouTube doesn't like, they're going to demonetize you, which means that pretty much every Tuesday night, I get zero, zip. So I don't make money off of AdSense, okay? I do make money from Super Chats. Now, that brings me back to when I got monetized and I said to Wendy, you know, I want to split it with you. And she said, no. And then there was another person who is a graphic artist who did my my thumbnail for Ladies Night, and everything that you see on the merch, including this little yo picture here, which is copyrighted, by the way, just for all you people out there that might happen to steal this, it's copyrighted. I asked her if she wanted to be paid, and she said, no, give it to charity. So we decided that any money that we did make in Super Chats would go to St. Jude, because that's what I decided to do, and that's what Wendy decided to do. I give my Super Chats, and if I make a penny here and a penny there off of AdSense, it goes to St. Jude. There's no scam here. I'm giving my money to St. Jude. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to say it. I mean, if you can find a scam in that, then please show the scam. I don't get it. So if you don't want to give me Super Chats, then don't give me Super Chats. But I think that people, and as I've said it again, it's called Marketing 101. Welcome to 2019. The reason that YouTube has Super Chat was a genius thing to do because it's making them money. We know that they get 40% of super chats. You all know that, right? When you give me a super chat, you all know that YouTube gets 40%. So how genius is that? They're making money. It's called marketing. So when you guys super chat, it's a way to interact. It's a way for you to say something, to say hello, whatever it is. It's a marketing. I would think that someone so clever and worldly would understand what marketing is. So there we go. And that's what super chats are. They're making a fortune. And by the way, when Hangouts goes away, Google Hangouts is going away in next year, January, sometime. But you're still going to be able to do Hangouts in the way that we're doing them now. You'll still be able to do a panel. We'll get into that at some point and explain it to you. It's not going to cost you anything, and it's not going to change the way the YouTube format is. You're still going to be able to super chat. Still going to be able to come up on a panel. Just going to be a little bit different. That's all. Anyway, now here's where I got annoyed and I'm a little bit pissed. So I have a friend, and I'm not going to say who it is, who has some kind of, I guess, a plugin or something, a Chrome plugin, and they can go to people's videos and they can see who's tagged. Now, when I set up my live stream, as you can see, I have hashtagged Diane's channel and hashtag drama recap. Now, you're allowed to put up to 15 hashtags. But then, as you're setting up your live stream, you can also tag people, okay? Hi, Liana. So you can tag people. So now some people, now there are ways, now like let's say I was a real creator and I wanted to get my videos, not live streams, my videos out there into recommended and have people see them. You can put in certain keywords. So they will actually, there are videos on how to do it. They will teach you how to put tag words in that will bring people to your channel. Now, some people do silly things like put PewDiePie in there, and all big YouTubers thinking that that's going to get them in recommended and it's going to get them a big audience. That's not true. There is a way to do it. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there. So when I'm setting it up, I can put tag words in, but you know what? I don't, because I mean, I might put in like, thank you, Jennifer. I might put in there Diane's channel. I might put in there ladies' night. I might put in, you know, chatting, fun, silly things, but they're not really doing anything. It's not bringing me a bigger audience because it doesn't work that way with live streaming. So this person took a screenshot and sent it to me and said, look what Marissa did. She tagged your legal name in her keywords, which means, let's say that if someone were to Google me, thank you, East Coast lady. If someone were to Google me, her video talking about me perhaps writing off on my taxes, St. Jude, and again, everything that's sent to St. Jude from me is sent in the name of Ladies' Night. I think I've already produced that weekly update that I get from St. Jude. I get a weekly update in the name of Ladies' Night every Sunday like clockwork, to profile another child. And I could post them all on my community page every week. I could upload it, and upload it. But why? You know, I mean, I've shown it already. It's in the name of Ladies' Night. Now, as far as me writing it off on my taxes, I think I've already gone through that. I have my own charity which happens to be St. Jude, and you can only write off so much in charity donations. So whether I write it off or not is really none of anyone's business. I'm just going to say that. It has nothing to do with the fact that people give me super chats and I give it to St. Jude. Okay, so back to the tagging of my legal name. So let's just say, because the way Google algorithm works, my name is in her tag. And someone Googles me and her video shows up where she's calling me basically a scammer. Or, not saying it, outright, but questioning me. So it doesn't put me in a very good light. So I asked through a friend if she would please remove that. I mean, I did look up the terms of service. It is actually against the terms of service. It is a privacy thing. It's a privacy violation for using my legal name. Because my name is Diane's Channel. So I tried to go through a friend and ask her to remove it. And she went through a whole thing, blah, 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 blah. Tell her to take down her video of her accusing me of scamming. What? I've never accused her of being a scam artist. There's no video of me calling her a scam artist. Something to do with her, I think she said something to do with her last giveaway where she charged people $9.99. You had to buy an autographed picture. Thank you, Jennifer Lynn. Okay. That is not me calling her a scammer. I never called her a scammer. All I said was it's against the terms of service. When you have any kind of contest on YouTube, just look it up. You cannot charge an entry fee. That at that time, I hadn't even been talking to Marissa yet. I never talked to her. Never talked to her. I did point that out, that you can't charge $9.99 for a picture to enter a contest that you're giving away something. It's against the terms of service. So if you have 50 people that enter your contest hoping to win these beautiful prizes from, Tiffany and Chanel, and 50 people enter and pay you $10, that's against the terms of service. If you're doing a giveaway, you're giving away. You're not supposed to ask for money. It's very clear. I looked it up. That's what I said. I never called her a scammer, ever. But you are implying that I am. So that's all I did. That's all I did was ask her to please take it out, and she won't. So why? Now, why did she do that? She's mad at me for no reason. She's mad at me because I had her friend up on my panel. Why are you mad at me? Because your friend decided to do something that I thought was, like I said, commendable. Come up here, take some shit, and then apologize. Right. But the point is, sip some tea. It's against the terms of service of YouTube, period, to charge an entry fee. And I don't know if you can't get around that. If people are paying you $9.99 for some pictures that you had taken years ago, you've had, have piles of, you are charging people. That's what I pointed out. So she won't remove my name. So now I'm going to have to go through the trouble of filling out a privacy complaint on YouTube. I didn't want to have to do that. I thought that she'd be reasonable, but I guess she's not. She's not going to be reasonable. And that's where we are. Well, yeah, I guess so, Stephanie. Look, you know what? that whole thing that happened with her, and she's already talked about it, so it's not like I'm making anything up. She said that, she felt like, she wanted to go to the hospital, that she was a wreck, whatever, because her friend came up here. So that whole thing with the police, I just don't understand why she's trying to convince people. Well, now, if you want to know how it is, how can you compare your friends calling the police on you for a wellness check because you had them really seriously worried, with someone having the police called on them like Makeup Mobster did or Marianne did? It's not the same thing. You led the police to believe that people did this to you because you have more subscribers than they do. Those were your words. Well, because I have more subs than them. Yeah, I know. She was trying to, well, that's what she said, Leanna. She said, now, if you really want to know what it's like to have the police, no. I don't recall Leanna standing there having a conversation with the police the night that the police were called on her, saying, well, I'm a YouTuber and this is what happens and da 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 da. I just don't recall that ever happening. So why not just be honest? Lennon, thank you. So very sorry, Starlight. I mean, why not just be honest and say, why did you even film it? Why did you even record it? Why did you have to even show it? Your situation was completely different. Your friend called the police. He put it on his community page that he called the police because you didn't answer the phone. It's not the same thing. I'm sorry. It's not the same thing. No one has your address. The only people that would have your address of where you live now would be your friends. So your friends called the police on you for a wellness check because you expressed yourself how you didn't know how you would explain to a nurse or a doctor how you felt at that moment that your friend came up here. That's right. Yours, yes, Liana, yours was a disturbance call. Hers was not. Well, Oni is a good person. Lacey, the problem is that Oni he called the police because he was worried about his friend. And she turned it into that someone on YouTube called because she has more subscribers than anyone else. And that you'll probably be hearing a lot about me. In other words, she's implying to the police officers that you're going to be here again visiting. Right. Oh, did she say that the haters called the police? Yeah, and I listen, I have no problem that Oni did it. He did nothing wrong. This is a friendship that they have. So your friend is upset, emotionally upset, and you're worried about her. There's nothing wrong with doing that, especially if you shut your phone off and you don't let anyone know that you're all right. That's what happens. I'm not concocting anything here. This is what Marissa said. She put it out there herself. I mean, she even said to the police, now, if I didn't answer the door, would you have knocked it down? And they said, no, they wouldn't have. That's right, Leanne. It's called being a good friend. So how all of this happened is because I did a live stream last Tuesday night to talk about how badly a fundraiser can go if you don't do it correctly. And even if you do it correctly, or you think you're doing it correctly, you're probably going to still get some kind of backlash. You're still going to get people questioning it, throwing their 2 cents in. And that's just the way it is here on YouTube. YouTube has become a place, and I don't think it's a bad thing because we've done it quite often in the drama community where, and I've said this before, where we've raised money and it's always been with as much transparency as we could possibly give. People putting out their medical bills, things like that. Thank you, first and last. Thank you very much. I like and support everyone. Thank you. So I think it's a really good thing when people do it. I just think that it got a little out of hand. And I think it was probably because I think it was the first time the true crime community did one. So, I mean, at least to my knowledge. Thank you, part one. Okay. Okay, I don't know, Ash, if he called the paramedics or not. All I know is somehow they were called. I don't know. The point is that it was done because friends cared, but it had nothing to do with people that don't like her or people or haters or people that don't like her that called the police on her. Thank you, Annette. So all of this happened because I wanted to talk about fundraising and maybe to point out that how things might have went a little wrong and how things can be done better in the future. So then we had, like I said, Laura came up, Sarcasm was up there, Stephanie was up there, Science Girl was up there. Is anyone else that was up there that I'm forgetting? See, I don't know, Ash. I'm not real sure because I did ask someone if the police were actually called on her, and the answer that I got was yes, but I'm not sure. It very well could have been the neighborhood security. She said but Marissa said she doesn't live in a gated community. So I don't know. I don't know because I don't know where Marissa lives. So, and I can assure you that none of us know where Marissa lives. Invite Jennifer Jones on panel. Is Jennifer Jones even in here? I don't know. Is Jennifer Jones in here? I know her name is not Jennifer Jones in here. Not That's not her name anymore. I just think that I know they didn't. Ash, I know they didn't. Again, I don't really know. Yeah, yes, I noticed that they didn't have guns, but I don't know. The two men were probably paramedics. They could have, I don't know. The point is that this all happened. This all happened because Science Girl came up here. Now, how does that happen? How does it spiral out of, you know, her being upset that her friend came up and wouldn't get off my panel? She just wouldn't get off my panel as much as she tried. She wouldn't get off my panel. Into police or paramedics being called, to her going live, to her having the police on her live, not live, but recording it, to tagging my legal name in one of her videos where she's questioning my honesty or my integrity. That word integrity gets thrown around so much, but my integrity as far as St. Jude is concerned. How did that happen? How did that happen? If that happens, and I don't want to go to her profession, I don't, because she said, and let me just say this, she has said more than once that she is not a liar. You will never, ever catch me in a lie. Be careful when you say that. Be careful when you say you will never catch me in a lie. I'm not going to elaborate on that just now. But next week, we are going to see if that stands true, that she never lies. I'm not going to give any more away at this point, but I can assure you that you're going to be shocked next week. That's all right. No, she didn't call out my name. Listen, my name has been called out already. I came on here when I signed onto social media. It said put in your name. I put in my name. The point is that my name is Diane's Channel, and instead of tagging Diane's Channel in her tag, she put my legal name. Yes, Liana. Next week, guys, you need to be here. You need to be here. Well, actually, I'm thinking I forgot to send you an email, Liana. I think the 5th, the day after the 4th of July would be the 5th. But I had to see if I was going to be home in time for doing a live Friday night. So there might be a live Friday night that's going to shock everyone. Oh, yes, Liana, you will be here because you're going to be up on panel. Because the person asked if you would be. The thing is, when someone comes to me, and I felt very honored that this person came to me and said, I need to talk to you. So I did. I talked to this person and Leanna. I don't want to leave Leanna out because she also wanted Leanna to be part of that. She wants to talk about something. I'm not going to give away too much right now. All I could say is when you get up on your platform and you say things like, trust me, you will never catch me in a lie. Be careful. Be careful. See, I don't say things like that. I won't say you won't catch me in a lie. I mean, although have I in the past done some things that I didn't admit to right away, like calling up a pizza? Yeah, I did. I didn't admit it because I didn't think I needed to. It wasn't a big deal. So if you want to say that that was a lie, okay, I lied about the pizza because I didn't come forward. But don't ever say things like, you'll never catch me in a lie. You've never caught me in a lie. That's what she said. I've always been 100% honest, and you've never caught me in a lie. So I guess if Marissa wants to say that this live stream was about her tonight, it was. But again, you shouldn't have tagged my name, my legal name, illegally in your video as a retaliation because your friend came up on my live stream. I mean, she had the right to feel however she wanted to feel about the situation, whether she donated or not. And everybody has their own opinion. There are people that have their own opinions about, hi Kim, how this whole thing went down, whether they believe it or not. Again, if you don't want to donate to someone, don't donate. Don't ask for information after the fact. If you're going to donate, if someone is raising money and you say, okay, my heart is telling me right now to send money in a PayPal account, do it. If your heart is telling you not to, is giving you a warning. There was a person in our community who said that they had cancer, okay? And it turned out that they really didn't have cancer, all right? It turned out that they had a bad gastric bypass and something went wrong and she could only I don't know, eat out of a feeding tube with whatever. So she told people she was dying of stage 4 cancer, and people fell for it. Another platform in the drama community, Shoot the Shit, did a quick fundraiser, and people are sending money left and right. I don't know. I went into my PayPal and I went to hit send and I backed out. And then I went in again and I backed out. Something, I don't know, intuition, something. Well, the next day it was found out, because people do research. It was found out she wasn't dying of cancer. It was bullshit. And then the sad part about it is, if you do that in the drama community, okay, because you guys have no idea. If you do that in the drama community, you will get dragged from here to kingdom come like nobody's business. People just don't say, you're a scammer. Oh, they will drag you for filth. It's not even funny. So, like, all I'm going to say is, if you donate, do it from your heart, say, kiss the money goodbye, and just forget about it. If you're going to donate and then 2 weeks later say, I want to know the truth, so I'm going to start digging right now, and I'm going to find out if all this is true or not, and I want to know where that money went to, and what is she using it for, and blah, 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 then I'm sorry. You need to ask you questions ahead of time, not after. That's my opinion. People don't have to agree with it, but that's how I feel about it. Oh, Analyzer, yeah, this was a different person. What Analyzer did, again, Marissa's very easy to forgive. Analyzer, thank you, Cynthia. Bye bye money, exactly. Bye bye money. That's the way you have to do it. You can't think about it later and say, oh, now I want to know, because then that starts turning into what you call a circus. As far as Analyzer goes, I have my look. Anyone can forgive and forget anyone they want. The reason that I chose not to forgive this woman so easily is because I don't think that she really was sorry. I don't think that she's sorry for what she's done. The fact that she can call other people scammers, that's hysterical. For her to insert herself into the fundraiser for sarcasm was hysterical. This is the woman who faked having cancer and took your money, took people's money. So I don't believe that she's really sorry. I think that she's still scamming. That's my opinion. Because I feel that she's a liar. She's been caught in a lot of lies, and I don't like her, and I don't want her around here. So that's why she's blocked in my channel. Yes, cash, and I believe that. I believe that a lot of people did not ask their money back from D. Now, here's a situation. I mean, I don't know how many, it might have been a couple of $1,000s that she got. I don't remember the exact figure at the time. So, now people could have contacted PayPal, could have said that this was fraud. Could she have gotten in trouble? There's a possibility that if you're doing that, you could get in trouble. If you're, saying, listen, I need this money because I need to buy food, because I am dying of cancer and blah, blah, blah. People wanted to press charges. They could have, but because it's across different states, it's very difficult to do anything to someone. So that's why, PayPal, you could probably flag their account. If you find out that the person was scamming, you could absolutely flag their account. And then they might get their, PayPal account suspended. Well, yeah, Kim, we went back to D Crenshaw a little bit because, Analyzer came up from the true crime community, and we were talking about fundraisers in general and how things go wrong. Um, yeah, that's true, Fox. All right, let me pay more attention to what the chat is saying because I've been just rambling on here, but I think I made my point. She got pissed at her friend coming up here on my panel doing the right thing, and I think that she did do the right thing because that's what you do when you have a conscience. If your friend is going to get pissed at you, if Wendy, okay, Wendy, Randy, Stephanie, Evelyn, Cash, Amber, any one of my friends, okay, that I talk to outside of this chat right now, said to me, you know what? I feel really bad about what I did. I'm gonna go up on a panel and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say why I did it, and then I'm going to say I'm sorry to the person. And I'm going on somebody's panel that I didn't think that you had a problem with, but I'm going on somebody's panel with your enemies because that's what she called Laura, her enemy. So I would say, go ahead. I have no problem with that. I don't care if any one of my friends goes on a panel with someone that I don't like. It makes no sense. This is YouTube. This is YouTube. So if you're going to claim that you're so, zen and so perfectly aligned that you can give other people advice, then that should not bother you. If that bothers you, then I would have to check that out because I don't care if Stephanie or Evelyn or Wendy or Randy goes up on a panel with one of my enemies if they're going up there for the right reason. I don't know where she is, Holly. She hasn't been around. I've actually sent her a message asking where she is because you know, I always get concerned when I don't. Yes, perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned, very zen. Well, I have to question. I have to question if you say that you listen all day to people. I'm only repeating her own words. I listen to people all day. I give them good advice. So if you give them good advice, why do you let something so trivial trigger you so badly? Enough to end a friendship? That doesn't seem normal to me because if one of your clients came to you and said, this happened to me and my friend went and spoke to someone and I am really upset, what kind of advice would you give? Would you say, well, they're not really a friend? No, that would be the wrong advice. I don't know. um that's right, you can be friends and not approve of their every single action word. Exactly. Exactly. you know there are some people that Wendy likes on YouTube that I don't necessarily like. And that's not going to make me not like Wendy. I mean, we're not in grade school. I mean, everybody is allowed to like, who they want to talk to. I don't care. Um, yes, Paige, that's very true. Good friends tell the truth in love. But to make a spectacle out of it and to make someone feel bad for what they did, which again, I said, I thought it was commendable of Science Girl for coming up and speaking. I know that Science Girl was in here before. I don't know if she's still in here, but here's my advice to you, and I've said this before. Real friendships should never be difficult. If they become difficult, then you either have to walk away or confront the problem. Friendship should not be difficult. In fact, any relationship that you have should not be difficult. It should not be a lot of work. You shouldn't have to worry about walking on eggshells around anyone, especially someone that you've never met in person. Yeah, exactly, Paige. And I think we all have, in some part of our life, at some time, have had to walk away from toxic people. I've had to. Okay, so yeah, there's Science Girl. Yeah, I hope that you agree that, because I've had to do it in my real life. I've had to walk away from friendships that I thought were toxic for me, um, that were affecting my life a little bit too much. And I thought, this is not good. I don't want to have to be worrying about this. This is not something that I want to be part of. It's not a relationship that I think is healthy for me anymore. And I'm not just talking about men. I'm talking about female friendships. Female friendships who become toxic, that drive you crazy, and you need to just end it and walk away. That's true, figure skating coach. You should not have to. Why did Hello Starlight get Hello Starlight? Why did that person get timed out? Ah, that's right. We are the CEO of our lives. Kick him to the curb. I agree. Yeah, I've met a lot of really wonderful women online here. Am I still live? What do you mean, am I still live? Hypo Hypotherapy Productions? Why are you asking him if I'm still live? It's okay. Hello, Starlight. Just don't let it happen again. All right. So anyway, um, I didn't live rewinded. You want to type it again? Yeah, I'm still live. You had me questioning, what that meant. Sometimes if something's going on in your, on your end, you need to refresh, because my internet's pretty good. So I'm not going to be going anywhere. So sometimes if your internet's a little wonky, you need to refresh. Um, I don't know. Ozzy Flag, that's a good question. I don't know. I think that Science Girl is intelligent enough to, if she feels that it's becoming too stressful for her, that she can just, walk away from it. And I don't think that anyone online. Oh, really? Well, you know what? I don't think so. I disagree. Um, I'm just trying to say, and that retaliation question, is she afraid? Let me just say this. Thank you, Amy Jane. Thank you very much. No one should be afraid of retaliation on on the internet. If, you know, if she can't handle the fact that a friend doesn't want to be her friend anymore, she shouldn't be afraid of that. I'm sorry. If people do that to you on here because they have a platform, thank you, Crystal. That's on them. It makes them look bad. It really does make them look bad. I don't know. Ash, who is Marlboro? I don't know who that is. What am I missing? Now, will she retaliate against me for tonight? Possibly, but I didn't give any of her private information. Keep that in mind. I don't know her private information. I would never share a conversation that I had with her in the past, whether it be on the telephone or, well, I've never really had messages with her. She has sent me text, but I don't text. I suck at it. I hate it. I only text under extreme circumstances, like for instance, when Wendy couldn't speak on the phone because she was recuperating. I did most of my conversations with her in text. Um, so I would never share anything. In fact, I go through a lot of my texts and delete them because I just don't want them hanging around. I delete everything. So I would never share anything personal. Um, I'm just not going to do that. So I don't know. I mean, should Science Girl be afraid that she's going to do that? I don't know. No, it didn't involve. No conversations with me involved Nick Carter. Sarah, Sarah and Dippity, I agree with that. Listen, I don't have a problem with Laura at all. I don't have a problem with her. My whole thing around here was the same as it was in the drama community. I think that people can coexist. I think that people, even if they don't like each other, can coexist because let's face it, we do, to an extent, share um, subscribers. So why make it more difficult for subscribers to go where they want to go? Yes, I know I heard, you know, her say that, not Laura, the other person, say that last night about, the subscribers and everybody. And she said, we should all get along because imagine if we all got along. Well, that's a little bit too late, after the damage that you did. So now you're going to say it. If you really mean it, then try to work towards that. Try to work towards that instead of, getting on your live streams and, hollering and yelling and picking up books and, going after people. Do it. I mean, I don't think that there's any reason why everybody can't get along. It just works out better. I get it, Ozzy, but I don't, personally, I don't have a problem with Laura at all. I told her the night that I did my live stream that I thought that both her and Brian went a little low and off the beaten track of what this whole thing was supposed to be about. Because of the fundraising and whatever happened off of that, I was very honest with her. I said what you did sucked and what Brian did sucked. I think that if you know, have a problem with one individual and you keep going back at them and back at them, someone has to break the curse. Someone has to just stop and say, you know what, I'm done. I mean, when I first came into the true crime community, three people that I met right off the bat that I clicked with, that I went on panel with, were Laura, Pink, and Makeup Monster. Okay, I felt like a connection to them because you know Makeup Monster's from Long Island, Laura's from New York, even though she's not living there anymore, and then of course Pink. So I don't know, and I don't want to bring up the whole thing with Pink and what's going on with that, because I just don't want to be involved in it. I think that everybody deserves a second chance if they fuck up, if they do something wrong. I've had a second chance. I have, my friends that are in here that know me from a couple of years ago, there was some real shit that went down. Not that I did anything really bad. In my opinion, it got a little blown out of proportion. But everybody deserves a second chance. So I think everybody does. Marissa, Ryan, and Pink, or Doc, Tyrant, and God help anyone who ends up on their radar. See, now I've never had any bad interaction with Pink. So personally, me, I don't have any bad, I've never had anything bad with her. So I can't jump on a bandwagon of disliking someone for whatever reason it is. I can't do that. I don't want there to be, when I hear people say things like that side, what side? I don't know what side you're talking about. You know what I mean? All right, murderers. Okay. All right, but we're not talking about murderers here. We're talking about people on the internet. I do think that everyone deserves a second chance. I don't understand what sides mean. Every time I hear that, I have to laugh because I don't know what that means. I'm not on any side. Everyone is allowed to come into my chat. There are people, and I've said this before, there are people that were in the drama community that didn't like when I did that. Oh no, you're letting those people in. I can't believe it. I can't believe they were in there was such an outrage. And now all those people are, shoving it up with each other. And because I did it first, I guess. I don't know. I got the brunt of the anger. But it's okay now that they're doing it. See how the things go here on the internet? They change every day. Diane, am I a Virgo? No, I am on the cusp. I am a Leo. August 21st. I think August 23rd starts Virgo. Do I have to be in my best behavior if that happens? I don't know who you're talking to. Anyway. All right, so that's pretty much all that I really wanted to say tonight. I am just, angry that someone would take it. Oh, August 21st. Oh, well, cheers. Cheers to your brother. I celebrate my birthday all month, though, not just on the day. It's a monthly celebration. Just so you all know that when August comes. So really, I just didn't understand. I didn't understand why it got to the point where my legal name had to be tagged in one of her videos. It makes no sense to me. And again, I wouldn't have known it unless someone had this super duper plugin to Chrome that can go to all of your videos and see who you're tagging. So stop tagging PewDiePie. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't know who you are. And it will never help you get your viewers up. Never. There is a proper way to do it. Just look it up on YouTube. There's plenty of videos out there. But my legal name is not going to help your views. But what you did was sneaky. Was sneaky. Okay, so now that I have done my little rant, would anyone else like to come up and rant for a little while? Does anyone have an opinion on what I was talking about the whole, tagging, the whole ridiculousness of being angry because a friend went on my panel because an enemy was on the panel and I got the brunt of it. How I got the brunt of it, I don't know. Stephanie, would you like to come up? You always have some kind of insight on these things. But my last word, you should give a hint on what's coming on the 5th. All I'm going to say is, now it's not confirmed yet for the 5th. I do love when Diane's hands someone their ass. Oh, pissy poshy pants. Well, thank you, Lace with Lacey. I tried to have some decorum tonight. There were words that I wanted to use for a remix, but I didn't. I kept it classy. But I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the bleachers. Got my megaphone ready. If you don't want to give me a super chat, because I'm giving it to St. Jude, because I don't need the money. This is not my job. I don't put 45 ads on my live streams. Okay? If you don't want to give me a super chat because I'm giving my money, I'm not keeping it. Giving it to St. Jude. If you're not happy with that, then don't super chat me. If you want to give to St. Jude, all you need to do is go to St. Jude and hit donate. Okay? I'm not stopping you from donating to St. Jude or any other charity that you would like to donate to. I just choose to give my money to St. Jude because I have been doing that for 20 years. Now, there are some other things that I could have brought up about St. Jude and a donation, and I never asked for proof that you sent it off. But I'm not going to do that because I've never called you out for it. But it brought me a lot of shit. It brought me a lot of shit for helping a person, and then you saying, "Well, I gave it to St. Jude," and then, how do we know you gave it to St. Jude? That's all I'm going to say on that. But as far as the 5th, it's not confirmed yet for the 5th. That's what we're hoping for, the 5th. And I really can't give a hint. Let me just say, thank you, Lisa. Poor but a proud scammer. Yes. Thank you very much for helping me scam. Thank you, everyone who helped me scam. And that's just a joke, by the way. That was a little joke that we came up with when Wendy and I were talking about it. You dirty scammers. You're in on this scam. How could you do that? So I don't want to give away too much. I just want you to know that when you say things like, I have never lied, you never catch me in a lie, you would be supporting, Moxie, I think you would be supporting a felony. I and Paige will come up and offer opinions. Paige? Who's Paige? Oh, Paige. Oh, you want, okay. Hold on a second. Okay, you have to give me a second. Talk amongst yourself. I need to do this. Okay, so Paige wants one, and Remy, I can send you. Okay, but let me just say this: if you come up here, I don't want to be. Let's not make this into. Let's keep the language under control, and also let's not turn this into a pissing match. Don't bring other people into it. If you know what I mean, let's not call out names and things like that. Let's try to be very low key. All right. I can't drop you a hint. All I could say, Life Rewinded, is, yeah, no name calling craziness if I give you a link, because I want to try to keep this. Yeah, a no bash Tuesday. Exactly, Camelo. Paige said send it to her link through Twitter. Okay, I will. Tammy Sims, thank you. Love giving to St. Jude's. It is awesome that you do give to St. Jude's. Diane, blessings to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Okay, give me a second. Leanna, do you want a link? Because maybe, I don't know, Leanna can come up here and she can tease a little bit about, you know, what we're going to be doing. Again, I said, be careful. Hello, Lori D. Careful when you say, I've never lied and you've never caught me in a lie. Shanna, Wendy is home. She's been home for about a week. She had her staples out today. And she's doing much better. And hopefully she'll be here next Thursday for... can we just call about bananas? Yeah, that was pretty funny. Oh, you're half asleep? Okay, Leanna, no problem. Oh, that was pretty funny with Randy on Ladies Night. Oh my God, that was hysterical. We're going to do that again, and we're going to have a couple of more people maybe join us on panel and call the same number from where they live, like New York, get a little bit more. It'll be fun. I think we'll maybe do that. I don't know how Wendy's going to react to it. She might be crawling, you know, hiding in the corner but she might not. It might be, you know, she might really enjoy it. I thought it was hilarious. So if anyone missed that last ladies' night, should definitely watch it. Very funny. Randy was hysterical. Her reactions were, you know, I mean, the fact that she felt bad for these guys and said, I had to hang up because I'm afraid that I want to give him my real number and call him. That's Randy, though. That is Randy. She has that kind of a heart. Okay, give me a second, guys. I need to get the link out. Okay, hold on. Let me get the link. Remy, I will send it to you in an email. Yours will go in an email. And Paige, I'll send it to her on Twitter. Just remember when you come up here to mute your YouTube side so that we don't have any feedback. And that's pretty much it. Okay, Remy, I am sending yours right now. Sent via email, and let me go to Paige. I don't think Paige has ever come up on my panel before. Give me a second. Let me find her. Oh, there she is. Yeah, this is the first time Paige has ever come up. Oh, Twitter, come on.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Remy.
Again, because I don't know how to work this thing. Am I on camera?
Hold on. I'm not in Google Hangouts right now. Hold on. I'm sending the link to Paige.
All right, chat. Can you see me? Or my fridge? My alphabet?
Okay, Paige. I've sent off your link in Twitter, and let me see. I'm in Hangouts now. I see your picture.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm not going to make this some drawn out thing, and obviously keep PJ. Now for opinions, I mean, do you want to just jump in or?
Yeah, just make sure that we're not bashing anyone.
No, absolutely not. I think that attitude plays a big part. I think that, and that goes for many people. And obviously things in text can be misconstrued. I also just think that behavior of, again, many kind of needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that that's kind of really what needs to happen.
Yeah, I think that some people take things too deep, too serious on YouTube. They don't know when to stop going back and forth and back and forth. You know, you can only go so far with, you know, digs and attacks, and it gets a little bit childish. And I'm sorry if, you know, anyone thinks that I'm, you know, like pointing a finger at that particular person.
No, I don't think that I'm just using it as a generalization.
Oh,
And
hi, Paige. Paige is here.
Hey,
hi,
hi,
Paige.
hi,
Okay.
Remy.
Well, welcome to my panel. You've never been up here before.
No, I haven't.
Nice
Okay,
to meet you, Paige.
Well, welcome, welcome.
Go ahead, Remy.
No,
Yes,
I was just, I lost my train of thought. It's kind of like a generalization, you know, some people don't think before they talk or act or think. And, you know, it can hurt a lot of people, especially when you have a platform. I don't have a platform. And those that do, and when you have many subscribers, viewers, whatever you want to call them, you know, you can influence someone. You can cause something to happen. You can, you know, just, it can be negative, it can be positive, but it still can happen.
I agree.
So, I mean, I think, you know, people just need to really think before they say, act, or think, for lack of a better word. And that's really it. And I'm not talking about anybody particular, as I stated. I think that one certain person, and I'm not bashing, you know, just I question the motive. I question, you know, what the heck is going on. But that's just me.
Yeah, and I think the doxing stuff, whether people look, the definition of doxing, you know, look, for
It's
me,
looking up personal information to cause harm, if
yeah,
I understand correctly.
yeah, I mean, look, we all know there are sites out there, and I'm going to make a suggestion to people. There are a lot of sites out there. You can go there if you want to look up your name, and a lot of the sites have an opt out.
Shit, I dropped you guys.
You can opt out of being on there because let's face it, some of these people out there,
they're crazy.
Well, they have information, and a lot of the information is incorrect. There's places like Truth Finder. That's one site that does not have the truth.
What's Truth Finder? Is that like a paid site?
It's a site, yeah.
No.
That people pay. Yeah, there are people that have admitted to paying for these things, and
like
they
a background check.
Well, yeah, they pay for as much as they want to pay for. If you go to these sites, they have information. It will give you relative names. I've looked up myself, and I have to laugh at some of the things that I've seen on mine. But you do have. Thank you, Tiffany Marie, for the little ones. Thank you.
Thank you for the donations.
But they will take anything and run with it. But you can go, you know, and I would suggest that you go look up yourself and opt out of these ridiculous things. Just opt out. You can. Like, not every site allows it, but if you opt out, then if somebody does a search on you, they can't find information on you.
Like there's a site, fastpeoplesearch.com or quickpeoplesearch.com.
Yeah,
I know it's one of those.
I don't know. There's a shitload of them. I have no clue.
Well, I looked up myself, and I was actually quite surprised at what I found, and all of the information was current and it was free, and I got nervous. I was like, wait a second. Somebody can, you know, go in and look up my information.
Thank you. Thank you, next 1, 2, 3.
Right, Remy. That's what's so scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. And, you know, some harm can come to somebody.
Okay, but here's the thing. If you keep yourself anonymous, okay, keep yourself anonymous on the internet. Tell everybody that. Use a fake name. Use a fake picture. Be anonymous. There's nothing wrong with that. The mistake you make is if you come online and use your real name and your real picture, and you know that when I was signing up, that's what I did. I didn't know that the internet can be held. The internet can be held.
I didn't use my real name. Yes, that is my real picture. It's a little bit old. I mean, 2-3 years old, but I still look like that. However, you know, I made my email different. I am, you know, basically hiding as much as I can because you never know. There's crazy people out in the world.
Remy,
I think the problem is that people get a little carried away, and I don't want to call out anybody's name, but don't call up people's parents. Don't call up people's jobs. Don't call up people's parents. Just don't do that. I don't understand why people think that they have the right, because they're interacting with someone on the internet, because they're not getting along with someone there, to call their mommy. I don't understand
I
that.
understand that. Paige, what were you saying? I'm sorry, Diane. I know that Paige started talking.
I'm going to get
What?
a quick drink. Oh, wait a minute. Thank you, little lady, for the children at St. Jude's. You have my permission to scam me. Yes, another scammer. You dirty
Stop
scammer.
scamming us, Diane. God.
Scamming. All you people, stop scamming in here. This is a felony now. We're up to a felony.
Oh,
But you can scam me. For St. Jude, yeah, you can scam me.
All right. Well, I'm going to just grab a quick drink. I'll be right back.
Sure.
And you continue with your opinions. Share it with the chat.
So, Paige, what would be your opinion of things
For
that are
me-
going on?
For me, it's just hard because I don't want to have to walk around eggshells. And I feel like I've got to, because people will get mad at me. So that's
True.
why I was kind of afraid to do this, but I'm not anymore. It's just something I like to do. So it's horrible. I'm trying to, it hurts my heart.
I'm
just
sorry
does.
that happens. I'm sorry you feel
Yeah.
that way.
What I do is I have 3 different emails for everything I do online to keep it.
Oh,
That's to keep my
your
self
identity.
safe.
Yeah, safe.
Yeah.
Safe
Well,
and sound.
because I have an ex-husband who would love to get a hold of it. So I have to be really cautious how I do this. So I have 3 different emails and I use them for everything. That's the only way to
I
stop
understand what
it.
you mean. I was like, how do you have one account with 3 different emails?
Well,
Sorry.
no, I have an account with Google. I have an account with Outlook, and I have an account with Hotmail. They're all separate for everything I do.
Oh,
It's the only way to stay safe.
No, I agree. I think that, Paige, your camera's on, just so you know.
Oh, I don't know how to get it off. That's
Go
okay.
into your, okay, if you're fine with that, that's fine.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I personally
I'm
don't
just-
like being on camera when I've already washed my face and look like it's
I'm
alien.
just recovering from getting shots today, so I may look awful, but it's okay.
Hey, that's you, right? So it doesn't matter.
Right. No.
Now, what do you think about the doxing?
I hate it. I hate it.
agree.
I
think the doxing is so
absolutely
shitty.
hate it. Why do that to someone? Just to cause problems.
Yeah, I would think that, it's to cause problems. It's to scare someone.
Yeah. And it is scary.
Absolutely. I mean, I
It
have
is scary.
a little kid. I would be petrified.
Yeah.
And,
Thank God.
I would be so nervous.
Yeah, thank God my son's an adult. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I agree. And Sandy said it's absolutely ludicrous, and she's absolutely right. It's
Right.
terrible, as Easy just said. It can terrorize people. One supercell. It's pretty sick. Purple Rain. Hi, Purple Rain.
And that's why people do it, though. Keep that in mind.
Yes.
People do it because they want you to be afraid. But here's the thing. I can guarantee you, I've been doxxed a gazillion times. All right.
And nothing ever happened?
Not the correct doxing, but yeah, nothing has ever happened. I've never gotten even a phone call that was ridiculous. The only phone call that was ever made to anyone was there's a person in our community who gave my information to this guy who was a little bit at the time, shady is the word, I guess. And she told him to call my ex-husband. And
Fun times.
Yeah, and my and he did call, and my ex-husband wouldn't talk to him. So that's the only thing that happened, that was ridiculous. But the thing is, they do it because they want to scare you. Trust me, no one is going to show up at your door ever.
I wanted to address something the truth just said in the chat. But Remy, you still support Brian, who freaking brags about it. I don't support him doxing people. He knows that. I don't support that at all. and I've said it numerous times. I can't, just because I go into his chat, this is going back to what Diane said before. People should not be scared to go into somebody's chat or their lives or, comment on their videos just because of what other people will think. That's my point. If I want to go into Brian's chat, for example, and say, hey, what's going on? I can do that. Anybody can do that with anybody they want. And that's okay. I don't support doxing in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I think, now, you brought up his name.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. His name was brought up. I don't know. It's all right.
No, I was just reading out her comment and forgot.
No, it's all right. I think that he should probably stop doing that because it's I don't understand what his objective is in doing that other than maybe trying to freak people out. I know that he, I don't know. I think he put a video out of doxing. I don't know what he was doing.
I have no idea.
But the point is, why do that? Why bother doing that? Unless you're going to go and show up at their door and introduce yourself and maybe take them out to dinner, I don't know why you're doing it. It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, a free dinner. Why not?
If you really want to, if you really want to get to know that person, contact them and try to set up a meeting and have dinner. But I think that it's absolutely crazy to do that. I don't understand.
I don't agree with it. I don't support it. He knows this. He knows I don't agree with everything he does. I think he goes off the rails sometimes, and that's him. Though. I can't change someone. Yeah.
And I find that to be a character, a part of his character that I don't like. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Brian.
Hey, you said his name.
No, it's all right. I don't. Well, we've been talking about him. I don't have a problem with Brian on a personal level, although he did say something wrong, something that was incorrect about me that I was told not to talk about sarcasm, yet I did. No, sarcasm came up on my live stream because she requested to come up. I've never talked about her outside of that moment when she came up here. So, but my point is that's one of his character flaws that I don't like. It doesn't mean that I don't like Brian as a person. I just don't understand why he does things like that. That's not something that
I think he isn't. And oh God, this is going to pain me to say. I think he's impulsive about that crap, and he doesn't get it until afterwards. So it's just wrong all around. That's really what it comes down to for me.
I think that he has, good parts to him. He knows how to, like work a case or whatever. He gets interested. Maybe he should delve into that a little bit more and show that side of himself. I don't know.
Oh, I definitely agree.
I can't imagine a man, and I'm going to say this, especially men, who, sit on the internet and look people up and do that, because I try to imagine people in my life, in my real life, doing that, and I can't. Especially men. I think I think it's not, I'm saying especially men because I try to imagine some.
Well, a woman is going to be more afraid of a man coming to their door. It goes back to gender roles.
But he's never, that's the point though. He's never going to go.
I'm just saying it.
He's never going to go to anyone's door. But here's the other thing. When you put out people's information in a chat with, I don't know, 400 people, 300 people, even 200 people, and you put out people's information, you don't know who's watching that chat. You don't know.
There's crazy people.
There. So that's the thing. That person who's doing it is not necessarily going to do anything other than try to intimidate. And that's the problem.
Yeah, there you go.
Why do it? Just why do
There's no point. There really isn't any point. And maybe it's just me. I don't see the point. I don't care where people live. I don't care what your real name is. I don't care how old you are. Whatever. That's it. It's really not that big of, importance to me. It's just not. But
well, for some people it is. It's playing with people's minds, and it's just an intimidation tactic, and that's pretty much all it is. That's what happens on the internet. So you have
absolutely.
You have to just realize it, This is what people do, and they do it for shits and giggles. A lot of people just do it for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I think it provides some type of entertainment maybe for some people. I don't have time for that. It's just, I just don't have time, and I'm just not interested.
Me either.
Yeah,
me either.
It's just I'm not interested at all.
Me either. Yeah, because so you never know who's gonna get that information when it's out there, and that's what's so scary.
Absolutely. I think that it's very scary, and there's crazy people all over the internet. Look at the Craigslist killer and all this other crap that goes on.
No, we're not just Ashland. No, you're right. There are many people in this community that dox or dox.
Oh no, Ash, I just mistakenly brought it up due to a comment.
His name popped up.
I'm sorry about that. There are others that do dox. Absolutely. There are several people, and I don't call this the true crime community. It really is not.
Well, I got to tell you that I'm just going to tell you that there's, a certain person who laughs at the fact that the Diane channel, so no one has ever been killed, right?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. No one's been killed. I don't even think that people have ever showed up at anyone's house. I can't say on the entire internet or across the entire platform of YouTube that nothing has ever happened to a person. I can't say. I don't have statistics. What I'm saying is within our little communities, whether it be the drama community, the true crime community, I don't know of anyone being killed or even anyone ever being harmed. Or ever, for the most part, people actually showing up at their house.
Maybe it's, cap calls. I know it happens in the drama community. It could happen in any community when you really think about it.
Well, the cap calling thing is another aspect of this, where if you keep doing things like that, like I know in another community there has been even more serious calls made to the police where the police have come in with guns and it's gotten really scary because
swatting.
Yes.
Swatting. That's a real swatting. And so that can get dangerous. I don't, that whole thing is crazy.
Apparently it happened in the gaming community. Stephanie Brown and Sandy both brought this up, that someone died. And it was the wrong person. Yeah. So, I mean, that's scary. I saw something on the news where this guy was out on his porch, arms up, and it was, again, the wrong person, and they shot and killed them. Look what happened to, MM. Her dog could have been killed. Her family, somebody could have gotten really hurt. Anyone that has been swatted could have gotten really freaking hurt. It's just not okay. Brian. And I don't know if he had gone, Brian had gone to, another person's home. I know that he had, shot a video, maybe like a drone footage or Google Earth, I don't remember, of the apartments that this person lived in. And I didn't agree with it. And I told him that. I don't agree with it. Why are you showing this dude's house? Like, you could get him and really hurt.
Oh, he did? He showed up?
I don't know if he actually showed up, though. I know that he had called one of this person's parents, and stuff like that. I know,
and I heard the story, and he said that it was a good thing that he did it. Blah blah blah, whatever. I just don't think that on the internet you need to be calling anyone's parents. If you're having an issue with that person, then you need to either cut all communication, back off, or whatever. I don't think it's ever a good idea to be calling anyone's parents thinking that you call their parents, they're going to be able to control what their adult kid does. And I don't care if they have, whether it be learning disabilities or anything else, that is not a reason to think that you can, fix something.
You can't exploit that either.
No, you can't.
As a mother of a disabled child, I mean, granted, it's a little different, but Darby ain't showing up at my house.
Darby, no one is making excuses.
No, I'm not making excuses, Darby. He did not. I don't think he bragged that he went to his apartment. I think he did do the Google Earth or drone thing. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just, like I said,
look,
I don't
Brian's
agree.
not, all right, let's get off the Brian topic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get off of him altogether. I just think people are getting a little bit too, involved with silly retaliations because people are upset over who came on your panel, who they talked to, blah, blah, blah. My whole point tonight was
Yeah, that's weird to me.
that I did not understand why I became involved in this, because I had a live stream about fundraisers, and because certain people happened to end up on my live stream, which is the way things go sometimes. It wasn't planned, it happened. Why? Because a friend of someone's was up here, and she was amongst her enemies. I ended up with my legal name being tagged in her video.
May I ask you your opinion about why would your legal name be tagged and not your channel name?
Because she knows that because the way Google algorithms work, if you tag someone with their legal name, it will show up in my Google search. And then that video where she's not talking, well, she's bad talking me on St. Jude would show up.
Oh, okay. I don't know how those algorithms work, but I was just like, why wouldn't she tag your channel? I
Because
don't know.
because she did it to be a
I
pain in
know.
the ass. Well, either way, whether it's my legal name or my channel name, it's not going to bring her any more views. She did it because she, felt that it was something that she wouldn't be found out about, but it was, and it's a privacy violation. And I did ask her to take it down, remove it, and she won't. So I'm going to have to follow through with
Now you just fill out a form?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Okay. You don't have to provide personal information for that, right?
No, not for that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like makeup.
Good.
When someone searches Diane's name, her video will come up. She did it to try and destroy Diane's character. Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, I got nothing on that one, but
Exactly.
yeah, she did it to, just be relevant, not, you know what I mean? Just,
Well, she didn't know that she
yeah.
would be found out, because you can't, if you go to my page or her page, you can't see what her tags are, but someone,
You can find it.
yeah, people who have a certain Chrome plugin can go to people's channels and they can find out what the keywords are that people put into their, into their videos. But there is a correct way to utilize keywords. YouTube provides them for you. Actually, there are videos out there that will show you how to utilize your keywords to bring you more viewers, to get you into recommended.
Oh, okay.
So
that's why she puts PewDiePie or
Well,
Pie,
no, but
whatever the
you
hell
see,
that guy's name is.
that's misusing it. That's misusing the keywords, because PewDiePie if it has nothing to do with your video, it's not recognized. In other words, you can put PewDiePie, you can put Casey Neistat, you can put all the big YouTubers you want. If it has nothing to do with your video, it's not going to help you.
I mean, if you have a video about crime, you're not going to put Jeffree Star or,
exactly.
Rich Lux or somebody like that. And I would imagine it would get picked up on by YouTube.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how YouTube picks up on that. All I'm saying is they do give you nice tutorials. If you just you just put it in search on YouTube, it gives you tutorials on how to utilize. Now, for me, it's not a big deal because I only do live streams. I'm only going to get so many views. If I were to do, let's say I did a video on Christian Louboutin shoes, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I would want it to be seen. So I would go and I would look, and I would make sure, number one, that in my title, there are certain words that you can't even use in your title anymore that YouTube is going to automatically demonetize and kick out. And Stephanie Brown, you need to send me that list. But it will also tell you, all right, so here's the words that you should be putting in as your keywords and your tags that will help you to get your video seen. So in other words, if someone put into search on YouTube Christian Louboutin shoes, I would want my video to show up in that search, and YouTube will give you instructions on how to do that. But putting PewDiePie in there and putting Jeffree Star is not going to do it. Or just even if I put in Christian Louboutin, that's not going to help me. I need to put in various forms of keywords to make
like
it work.
high heels, shoes,
Well,
something
yeah.
like that, you know,
They would-
just for
yeah.
like examples.
Exactly. And they will direct you how to do it. But no, putting my legal name in her keywords is not going to help her get more views. It's only causing a situation where I'm going to have to fill out a privacy violation for
Nobody
them.
should be putting anybody's real legal name. It's just ridiculous.
No,
in
unless
my eyes.
someone uses their. I mean, look, if I had my if my legal name was my channel name, it'd be a different story. But it's not.
Yeah, I can understand that, but it's not. You know, like that's why I didn't put two and two together. I was just like, why would I just didn't know that? And Mega Mapster had said, you know, oh, say Diane goes for a job, they Google her real name, that video will come up.
And it'll pop up first.
Oh.
The way the algorithms are, the more that she does that, she'll go higher and higher. And sometimes that'll be the first thing they see.
Right, but I'm not
That's
concerned.
very
That's
unfortunate.
not even a concern to me. That has, that's not a concern
good.
to me. The fact that she's doing it is the concern to me, because if she did it to me, we don't know how many other people she's done it to.
I would. This is just my opinion. I would imagine a bunch. I know that, you know, she's tagged you, well, your legal name, and she's tagged other channel names. I don't know if that, you know, obviously it's not their real name, so I don't know if that's as bad.
Well, no, because no, that would never. If she uses a tag of a channel's name, it's not going to bring them to their legal name. It's going to bring them to their channel name. That's about it. My point is, I don't know how many people's real names she knows, and whoever she might be pissed at for the moment that she would tag in the keywords. It's not right.
No, it's almost immoral. It's immature. It's just,
well, at the most, it's a violation on YouTube. So I can remedy that by filling out a form, and she will have to remove. They'll either tell her to take down the video, or they'll tell her to remove that tag.
Oh, so I don't know all this. Like I said, I only make turkey videos. I use the hashtag turkey because it's a friggin' turkey. But I you know, encourage you, fill out that form as soon as possible, get it taken down, because that's your real name and people can look, you know, you up, your house, your family. It's not cool.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, it's just, you know, I ended up in the crossfire because I had her friends on my panel.
Yeah, that's weird. That, I don't know if she's that insecure and that.
What?
I don't
Whatever.
know.
Do
Wait,
people want live links? What?
What's live links? I thought it was love links.
Oh! We'll do that next Thursday.
Nanny G said you have tagged MGL to get viewers, plus you have mentioned MGL's real name.
What?
Nanny G said you have tagged MGL to get viewers, plus you have mentioned MGL's real name.
I have never mentioned. I've never mentioned her real name. Ever. Show me where I've mentioned her real name. Molly Golightly. Molly Golightly is not her real name.
No, Molly Golightly is not her real name. She has mentioned her own real name. It's really not.
Where have I, Nanny G, where have I said her legal name? Where have I said it?
I have no idea. I don't know. What do you think, Paige?
I'm trying to keep up because I can't see chat. So
I'm
on my phone. Okay. So I'm listening to you because you see it and I don't.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Tiffany Marie said Nanny G. I've never heard Diane use Molly's real name. I can't call her.
No, I've never used her legal name ever. Ever.
She said in your lives from the past.
No, I've never mentioned her name. And Golightly is not her real name. You do know where the name Golightly comes from, right, Nanny G?
Holly Golightly.
You know who Holly Golightly is, right?
Tiffany's. Yep.
That's why she has that banner with the Tiffany blue and all that stuff. It's from, literally, it's from Breakfast at Tiffany's with Holly
In
Golightly.
fact, when I did my little fun videos on her with Tilly Mae, we called each other Holly Diane and Holly Tilly. So, you know.
And like I said, you know, she said her own last name. It's really not hard to hear it. She says it all the time. Well,
Yeah,
both last names,
the point
but
is,
you've never said it.
Yeah, the point is, I've never used it, nor have I ever used it in a tag on one of my videos.
That's just shitty to use that a real name and a tag. Like, what are you doing it for the views? Are you doing it for subscribers? What's your motive? That's where I get into things.
Well, there is the motive. We explained the motive of using.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying in general, I'm into finding out someone's motive.
And the tags are Diane's channel. Well, that's my tags. That's my.
Wait,
no, that's
she used your tags?
No.
Oh,
Sandy.
and the tags are hashtag Diane's channel, hashtag drama recap. Oh, yeah, wait, I know what she's responding to.
There's a difference. Hashtags are completely different than keywords. Okay, hashtags, you're allowed to use 15 of them. Okay, this is pretty new to YouTube, by the way, hashtags. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about using people's legal names in their keywords when they go live and they fill it in there before they go live or on a video.
Now, where do you put keywords in your description?
No, the keyword, no. There's a separate part when you're setting up your event, whether it be a live stream or a video. There's a separate section for tags. It's called tags.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that you could, there was a separate section or anything like that. I just make random videos.
Yep. There is a separate section for that.
I can't do lives because I can't sit at my computer. I have to walk and talk. Paige, do you make videos?
No.
Okay, so you're kind of in the dark a little bit like me with the keywords and
because I'm like you, I can't sit for long periods of time before I start to hurt. So I have to get up, and that's why I'm on my phone.
That's what I do. I use my phone. I have to walk around, go outside, smoke. I'm fixing my curtains right now. It's just, I can't sit still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, she does tag Dr. Phil as well. That's, whatever.
She's tagged
That's
Oprah.
Not going to help. That's not going to help.
Oprah, Nick Carter, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. It's just like, I referenced the NSYNC song, Bye Bye Now, or Bye Bye Bye, or whatever the hell it's called. It's been years.
But the point is, even by doing that, that's not going to get her more views because she's not utilizing the keywords properly according to how a YouTube influencer would explain to you how to get more views. If you're doing a video that you upload, you can have that video be seen over and over and over and over again. Live streams are never going to be seen over and over again. Once everybody's seen them, that's it. They don't go back to old drama. But with a video, they don't. It just
I do.
I'm talking technically on YouTube. Okay. You're not going to have people revisiting an old live stream from a year ago. If you make a video and you do it right and you use the correct keywords and you get it seen in the search, then people are going to keep going back and back. People are going to find it. It's going to pop up. And that's the way it works. If you do it right. But if you just randomly put in people like Dr. Phil and PewDiePie, no one is.
I'm sorry, I laughed on.
Unless you do it the correct way.
Oh my gosh. 2 comments just cracked me up. Tiffany Marie said, doesn't her kid down the street, is that the one that she was going to pay $1,000? Plug her tags for her. She said she has like 300. And then Angry Amy said she needs to tag Elena, fix my life.
Yeah, Ash, I have old live streams pop up in my recommended all the time too, but it's only popping up to you because
You watch
you're
her.
subscribed to that person. And if you've seen that live stream already, you're not gonna watch it. It's not gonna show up in people's recommended who don't know who that person is.
Like I also noticed with YouTube, I'm not getting a lot of the notifications for, there's a really great channel. Do you mind if I say her name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stacy's Chit Chat. I think I had mentioned it before on one of your panels. And she's awesome. She's got great hair too. And she does random lives. And she had, said she doesn't tag anybody. She doesn't about what she's talking about, nothing. And she had actually done a live. But again, you have the same 100 people, 50 people coming in. And then you look back, months ago, and the views aren't going up. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, look, yeah. So Darby, you said the same thing. MFW, yeah. If you're subscribed to someone who does live streams, they're going to pop up. But are you going to sit there and watch an old live stream that you watched from 2 years ago? The amount of views are not going to go up as much as if it were a video. Like MFW has done videos about barnacles on turtles, where she's got
Really?
millions of views because that's something that people all over YouTube are interested in. They might not necessarily know who MFW is on her drama live or something like that, but her videos will show up. Yeah, that's how you get views. That's how you do it.
Wow, I never knew that. I'm not concerned about that stuff for me myself, but the whole point I was going through with Stacy's Chit Chats is I'm not going to go back and watch those live. She doesn't make videos. Videos are going to pop up. And another thing I was going to say is I'm subscribed to her, but what I watch the most, that's what comes up in my recommendations.
Right.
Same here.
Just
Anonymous, Buddha, you know what? I can't jeopardize her cash cow. Her cash cow is the content that she puts out. If people want to view it and sit through 43 ads, if they don't have premium or ad blocker, that's her cash cow, is putting 43 ads on a 2-hour live stream.
Yeah, she's got
to find that on mine.
Ads.
You won't find that on my live stream.
Now, when somebody has an ad, like if you have 40 something ads on a video or a live, on the replay, how does that work? Do you get paid more, or like how does it? Well, obviously you get paid more. That was a stupid question. But how much do you get paid for an ad?
I don't know. I mean,
10 cents? I'm actually going to look that up.
Look, you get, I think you make $1 per $1 per 1,000 views.
Yes, that's what it was. $1 per 1,000.
YouTube also pays for a small portion for people who have YouTube Red or Premium. It's called Premium now, because they're not going to see the ads, but you get, I think YouTube pays something for that. But
well, that's a paid service, right? Like YouTube Red or
right, you
have to pay $10 a month,
but they take into consideration for content creators to get a fraction of the money for the ads that they're not seeing. So
I'm sorry,
they do something to you. But when you put 43 ads, yeah, the more ads you put on, the more money you're trying to make off of that live stream or video. Absolutely.
So I Googled how much does a YouTuber make on ads? Literally, that's all I put in on my Google. The pay sucks, averaging between 0.006 and 0.015 cents per page view, but it's quick and easy. YouTube shares 55% of its ad revenue with video creators and books an average of $7.60 per 1,000 ad views. That means you get about $4.18 for every 1,000 views of ads shown on your videos. But doesn't a person have to watch at least 30 seconds? Like, you know how that skip ads comes up for the 5 seconds?
Yeah, I don't know how. Look, I don't really know about this. There's different formats of ads that you can use. You can do a layover one, like one that just pops up. You could do one that you can't skip. That gives you choices of which ones you want to use. I use one that you can skip over. So I don't know how that works. If if it matters if the person hits it and skips over it.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I
I'm gonna
don't
Google
know. I
that.
don't know, and I don't care. The point is, when I set
I'm
up
just
my
nosy.
AdSense, I had to set up something, and that's what I set up. I set up, it makes you do that. So I set up one ad, and I made it, one that you can skip over. A period. That's it.
Yeah,
On
I always hit. I'm sorry, but I hit skip ads all the time. I mean, there's like you said, there's the ones that you can't sit. You skip through, and they're like 30 seconds long, and I'm just like, ugh, go away.
Well, it's like I said, I'm not here to, and even your big YouTubers that have, 1 million or more subscribers, they certainly don't bombard
No,
your viewing pleasure by putting ads in. They don't need to.
I mean, who really wants to watch a video that they're interested in and sit through, 30 ads or that you can't skip or 10 ads even? I don't want to do that. I've
Well,
exited out of videos.
people, look, if you don't have the money to pay $10 a month to YouTube
Mm-hmm.
Premium, you can get ad blocker with Google Chrome. It's free. So
Oh,
you,
wow. I
you
didn't
won't
know
be
that.
able to see any ads. People should do that if they want to get rid of, watching 40 ads.
but
Yeah.
but 43 ads. How
That's a
choppy
lot
is
of
the
ads.
video? Yeah, how choppy is that video going to be?
If you have a 2-hour video, I would imagine extremely.
Yeah,
I mean, let's say 120 divided by 43.
it's like,
That's what?
And
Every
here's the thing.
2.8 minutes.
It doesn't matter how many ads you put on. You could put on 50 ads. The point is that you want to get, I mean, if you're going to be a serious YouTuber who is using this as a form of income, you want to make good content. You want to make sure that you find out how to get yourself in search, where you'll be recommended, not just in your little community, but all over YouTube, and actually get view after view after view after view. That's where you're going to make your money, not by putting 43 ads on so that the people in your little community have to sit through that.
Yeah, and it's the people that are supporting you. Subscribers make channels. So if you're putting all these ads on, people are going to get sick of it after a while. They're not going to want to sit there and watch all these freaking ads and have their viewing, experience disrupted.
Oh, okay. Anonymous Buddha, $5. Thank you. As a former channel owner with 30K subs who is very familiar with AdSense criteria, a healthy estimate for her monthly pay because of her
Absolutely not.
ads is 9K.
No,
So,
absolutely not. That is
hey,
not. No.
so you're saying she makes 9,000? I
Bullshit.
don't know how that works, but
I've looked up on Social Blade. Absolutely not. The skippable ads, I'm sorry, are called True View ads. And it says that you have to interact with the ad or watch the entire ad for the creator to get credit for that ad. If you skip it, say it's something, I don't know, a car, and you're interested in it, you watch, the whole ad, they get credit. But if you skip it when you can, they don't get credit for it. But if you can't skip it, they do get credit. That's how I'm understanding it.
yeah. Now that sounds like a very high number. And by the way, Social Blade is, I wouldn't rely on Social Blade to
No,
be
it's an
accurate.
estimate.
Yeah.
It's a guesstimate. That's what I call it. One thing I want to just put out there: how does she have a friggin' C plus and I have a C minus? She's got thousands of subscribers.
Well, again, Social Blade, I don't really know what the criteria is for giving, the C pluses, the C minuses, the Bs, whatever. I would imagine that depending upon your channel, like if you're a big YouTuber, you're going to have the highest score on Social Blade. I don't know if you're going to get any higher than a C or C plus if
I had an F.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I don't even know. I don't even know what I have. I never look at Social Blade because I don't really care. I find that Social Blade is not correct.
No, it's like I said, it's an estimate, and you have to kind of, look at the graphs and everything else. I don't know analytics. It's not something I'm interested in. Like I said, I'm not a creator.
Hey, Diane, I think I'm going to back out.
Okay.
Have a great night,
Well,
Paige. You're
thank
leaving
you.
me.
Yeah.
I can't believe you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
coming up, Paige. I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming up, and
Yeah, no problem.
And it
No
was
problem.
nice meeting you in person.
Yes.
Yes,
I'll
Paige.
do
It
it.
was very nice to speak with you as
Yeah.
much as
And
I talk.
I'll do it again someday.
Okay.
Awesome. That sounds great.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a great
All
holiday weekend.
You too.
Yes, have
Okay,
a great 4th and have a great night.
You too, Remy.
All righty. Good night.
Yeah, Ash, it could be. Yeah, it's pretty accurate, maybe for sub counts and view counts.
Yeah, that's what I meant about the views.
Yeah,
Well, not the views, the sub
it'll
counts
tell
of the
you how
views.
many
I'm sorry.
subs, maybe, or if people lost subs or whatever. It might be accurate on that, but I don't think it could ever be accurate, even for the biggest YouTubers, because big YouTubers get they get sponsorships and things like that, which is not taken into consideration on Social Blade. So they would never know how much money a YouTuber is making if they're getting video sponsored.
So, all right, let's just, because somebody brought this up in chat. Now, if you say you do a live, okay, and then you take it down and then re-upload it with ads.
Uh-huh.
How does that work?
That's what you do. You put it on private.
Oh, okay.
And you put your ads in, and then you unprivate it, and you could, make it. You could set it as an upload. In other words, you can actually set a time that you want to put it back up again, or you could just make it public again. But you have two options to do that.
I didn't know that. Thank you for the information. And Tiffany Marie said, don't forget the super chats.
Right, super chats. I don't think that Social Blade takes that in consideration either. They go.
No, I'm sure they don't.
They go strictly by what they think you would earn by AdSense.
Oh, okay. I like I said, I don't know any of this stuff, so it's the money issue, just in general. I think that is just stop counting everybody's money. Well, I mean, if you're being obsessive and putting 40 something ads, 50, 60, 70, 80, it's a little bit suspicious. It's kind of like, what the hell?
Well, I don't think she's probably not the only one that does that. There's probably.
Oh no, I just meant in general.
Too. I mean, it's just about trying to make more money. It's not. That's the bottom line.
It's a lot of work.
They want to make good
money.
They want to make money.
But
well, that's not the. My point is that's not the ultimate way of making money on YouTube. If you're going to sit around and talk shit and then put 43 ads on, that's not how you're going to make money. I mean, look at, like, for instance, Leanna did a video a long time ago, and I can't remember what it was now, but she ended up getting like over 100,000 views on it. It was just.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, because that's how you want it to work. You want it to be a video that if someone puts it into search, let's say it's a DIY or how to do this or how to do that, your video pops up. That's the ultimate goal of being a YouTuber, is learning the ins and outs of getting your video seen. And she did a video. She never thought that she would get that many views, but that's how it works. Doing a live stream. See, if I was trying to make money on YouTube, I wouldn't just be doing live streams. I'd be sitting here trying to figure out content and, uploading and doing all the right things and getting my, hoping for my viral video. If you get a viral video, that's great.
Thank you, Anonymous Buddha.
Thank you, Anonymous Buddha.
So
that's right. Every penny counts. Every dollar counts. Absolutely. Thank you.
I had watched actually a video of MM's about, I don't know, it was a DIY, and then I watched another one and it was older, and she had tons of views on it. So people are looking, whether it, I don't know what tag she used or whatever it was, I don't care, but I do try to support the people that I like and everything else like that. So
but the point is that when you're
it's coming up in search.
Right. And it's not people from this community who know her from, a live stream that she's popped on. That's that's the point. If you just want to get your friends in here when you do a live stream, like for me on a Tuesday night and a Thursday night, that's about what I'm getting. I'm never going to get people from another community or from and other parts of YouTube coming to watch my shit that I do here. They don't care about this. If I did something that was, like I said, talking on doing a shoe review or something, then women who love shoes might find it, and then I might get a following to my channel. But I'm not looking to make YouTube.
This isn't your job.
No.
You're not looking to be some fancy YouTuber.
No, maybe years ago, if I had known, back in 2008, that I could have, made a lot of money on YouTube, if I really knew about that, maybe I would have, set up something, tried to do something. I don't know, and maybe right now I'd be,
yeah, it was a different world back in 2008.
Yeah, but
definitely different.
I didn't use social media that way. I didn't know about YouTube. I didn't know what was developing on YouTube. I didn't know that people who were taking their vlogging cameras when YouTube first started, when it very first started, it wasn't the way it is now. It was just people picking up a camera and talking into it and uploading it, and then
vlogging.
Right. It just went through different phases, and it's turned into what it has now. And it went from a good place to not a great place. And it's not that easy for people to become YouTube famous anymore. It takes a lot of work. You need to find a niche. If you don't find that niche and you don't follow the advice of actual YouTube influencers who have been there, done it, and are now giving you lessons on how to, make it an income, you're never going to get anywhere.
No, I agree, because I mean, I've had my YouTube account since 2011. I never knew people in live. I mean, like you said, people just talked into their camera and uploaded. I didn't know you could even make money on YouTube. This is a brand new world for me, and it's all Chris Watt's fault.
Well, like I said, I have an account. I've had my account since 2011, but I used it for looking up recipes. I didn't know that when I looked up a recipe for, Maryland crab cakes, that the person that I was looking up who might have had, 500,000 views was actually getting paid for that. I just thought it was a place to go look up music or whatever.
That's what I used it for.
I didn't know anything about being able to earn money on YouTube. I never cared.
Same position that I'm in. I don't care still. And I really thought, again, music, looking up food and, stuff like that, just like how Pinterest works in a way. But being able to actually see somebody make, I don't know, an apple pie or something like that.
Right.
And I never knew that people were making money. I mean, look at the families that vlog.
Right.
I watched a video while on vacation last week because it rained all week. And it was about how many families had broken up due to like a divorce or separation.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because you go through a transition. If you put your life out there, whatever happens in your real life is gonna, end up on your, YouTube vlog. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you're having a bad relationship and it's gonna end, it's gonna be done publicly. If you're having children,
that's like being on a reality show.
Yeah, it's going to be done. They chose to do that. They chose to do it, whether it works out for them or not. Some have gone through scandals of cheating, etc. They chose to do that. They chose to put their children out there. They chose to put their births out there. But for the people that have done their family vlogging, who have remained intact and been able to keep their heads above water and kept their relationships intact, they're doing very, very well. They are making more money off of sponsorships than they are making off of AdSense. Absolutely, they're getting, and they're also venturing into other areas where they're developing their own, whether it be clothesline or whatever. They're doing big things. YouTube was just a catalyst to get them there.
That's like MySpace was a catalyst to get people, it was like, basically almost the first social media platform where you could interact with people. And then you had Facebook. I had Facebook when it first came out in 2004. It's completely different. So it's morphed into something out of, I think the spectrum that anybody thought it would. just like YouTube has.
Yeah, and I think, you know, people that are going over to whatever D Live and all that. Look, I have no interest in it. I have no interest in going into D Live and playing games and, you know,
Yeah, I've
saying
heard it's for
I want
gamers.
more new, you know, send me a ninja. That's, to me, that's for kids. I don't want to be involved in that shit. I know that PewDiePie is a part owner of it. I think it's cryptocurrency. I don't want to be
Lino or
involved with it.
Lino,
Yeah,
something
I
like
don't want to
that
be
is what they
involved
deal
with
with.
it. I don't care. You know, I like I said, I don't come here to make money. I just don't really care.
Well, you know, your stuff goes to St. Jude, and that's important, and that matters.
Well, no, I mean, I come here because I enjoy coming on live. I love coming on live with Wendy. I love interacting with everyone. Love having a good time. And of course, you know, if I get super chats, that's a plus because, yeah, it does go to St. Jude. But again, if I was looking to, you know, make money, I would really sit down, think about something
Your
that I would,
content.
you know, what I would want to do. But you have to commit to it. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
you have to be faithful to it. You have to, you know, have a schedule. Life Reminded had said this. You have to have a schedule. You have to be faithful. You have to have, you know, regular uploads and possibly lives, and, you know, really dive into it and have, I don't know, good equipment and all the other stuff. I
Well,
don't
you know
know.
what? That's the other thing. You don't really have to have good equipment. People think that you do have to have expensive equipment to be successful on YouTube. I don't think that you do. I think some of the biggest YouTubers have, you know, they started with using their phones, piling it up, piling boxes up, and doing makeup or whatever. The thing that you do have to be committed to is that if you're going to be like, let's say, a family vlogger channel, you have to, you know, pick up that camera every day, even if you don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like it. Imagine having to pick up a camera every freaking day,
No, no, thank you.
regardless of what it is that you're doing, how you feel, whether you're sick, if you're not, if you're in a bad mood, you have to do it. You have to stay committed to it. And
Um,
otherwise you're going to let your viewers down and they're not going to come to your channel anymore and you're not going to make money. So if it is a job for you, then you have to stay committed. You have to promise.
just
You
like any
promise
other job.
exactly. You promise
Um,
3 uploads a week, 4 uploads a week, 7
you got
uploads.
to do it.
You got to do it.
Polyester said, I need some help on something, and she typed it in all caps, so
Okay. What do
I
you need
don't
help on?
know.
I don't know what. Yeah, I need
And
help.
happy, happy, happy said YouTube can very much become a job. Absolutely, 110,000%.
Yeah, it can, but you've got to put into it what
You want to get out of it. Ben
Then
Ashworth is harassing myself and Christy Andrews.
I thought you took his channel down.
I don't know if he has a new name or whatever. I have no idea.
Is he harassing you in by other means? Do you mean through, you know, messages or something like that?
That's what I don't know. Does he have your email or?
He has, you know, if he's messaging you at any place other than on YouTube, block him. Just block him.
I had blocked someone.
Says he's going live tomorrow.
I have no idea. And yeah, oh yeah, he said he is saying he's going live tomorrow, but where is he saying that? Like I said, through your email. Ben doesn't go away just cause his channel does.
Well,
I don't know.
my advice would be is to not watch him,
Mm-hmm.
to give him no views.
If you don't want to watch him, don't want to talk to him, nothing like that, block, block,
if
block,
he's
block,
trying to
block.
harass you, you know, if that's what his point is, then don't watch him. I don't think anyone should watch him if he's using his channel for harassment, or if you do want to report him if he is harassing you. But if he's harassing you in any other form other than on YouTube, if he's harassing you through email, any other form, block him. Just block him.
I had tried to block someone on YouTube, and this is weird. But I could still see them, and they could still see me. And I hit their name, and I hit black, and it's nothing. And I don't know what it is with my cell phone service. I don't know, but I've blocked numbers, and I still will get a text or something like that, and it's just very odd. Like I said, it might be just my service. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with. Yeah, I don't know. He's accusing She and I are recording his
Oh,
voice.
yeah.
Oh, the cold cloning thing.
What?
I heard, yeah, he's claiming
Who?
that he never
Cloning?
said, yeah, he's claiming that he never said any of the things that he said on his
Oh,
video.
that his voice was hacked or cloned or something,
Yes,
right?
yes. Well, that's
Is that even
ridiculous.
possible?
No, it's not.
Hmm.
He sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, that, uh, yeah, I try to remain neutral with him. And I mean, he's never done anything to me particularly, but the way he's behaving, it's not appropriate. It's not good.
Well, I think that all the women that were supporting him should just stay away from him and not support him. If anybody supports him while he's using any kind of form of harassment, then I don't know what to say. I just, make believe he doesn't exist.
Sometimes you have to do that with people, and there's no harm or shame in doing that. And yes, there were many women and people in general that did support him, and then he went a little,
Well,
And Polyester said, I have the recording. I asked him to leave me alone. I've blocked him. He is bringing Christy Andrews to tears. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here. Well,
Oh,
I
okay.
would just,
Sorry.
no, you just have to ignore him. Just ignore him.
Yeah, it's, I guess. I don't know how else. Like I said, if he has your email, I imagine there's a way to block somebody from emailing you, right?
Yeah, you can block on email.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, there you
Yeah,
go.
I don't know. I don't know what he's harassing you guys with, but look, I've seen you. I've seen a lot of women try to, I don't know, interact with him on a adult level. I've seen him be nothing but nasty.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't engage with him ever again. I mean, he's called me a skank. I mean, the nerve of him
Fun times.
to call me a skank. Look, I think that he has problems. I don't want to, uh, exploit him too much, but
No, absolutely
I think
not.
that he has problems, and I think that he needs to be. Um, I think you need to just stay. Everybody just needs to stay away from him. No interaction is best.
That, yeah, it's kind of like for those that are being harassed or have been harassed, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind,
Yeah,
or out of voice, out of mind. I don't know, but he did have some, strong supporters. I
he
don't
did. He
know,
did.
and yeah, Katja. I don't think Ben and Brian are like at all, and I agree, absolutely not. But I don't know. It's very unfortunate that he likely has a problem, and people did support him, gave him the benefit of the doubt. But you can only burn people so many times before people are just like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
But Diane, it was great talking to you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hop off.
Okay. Yeah.
Have a
Thank you very
great
much.
night.
You
I'm
too.
sorry.
Have a great holiday.
You too. Absolutely enjoy wherever you're going. I don't know where you're
I
going.
will. Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh, thank you, Anonymous Buddha. Just realized I was about 40 minutes behind. Oh my goodness. You were 40 minutes behind? Oh my. Okay. Well, I just wanted to give a heads up. Christy and I didn't do anything of the sort, clone his voice. Of course we know. Polyester, we know that you did. It's like a big joke over at Vinny G's. There is no such thing. We know it's not possible. So don't worry about it. No one believes that nonsense. It's ridiculous. You tried to support him, and it's just time to end it. Um, but I think that I don't know. I think that Ben, I don't know what's wrong with him. I just think don't pay attention to him. Don't give him the views. Tell Laura to take care of him since she is the one who brought him back to our people and told everyone how safe and misunderstood Yeah, well, I know Laura does believe that he's, you know, not a problem, but Laura, he is a problem. Now look what he's attempting to do. He is a problem, Laura. I hope that you don't support him. I try to be nice to everyone, but I will not upload vile behavior, uphold vile behavior. I don't blame you, Christy, but I think what you need to do is I think you need to ignore him. Don't give him the views unless you want, if he's saying anything that's not true about you. If you want to report him, you can report him, but I agree with Ash, block him and ghost him. I can understand, I can understand to an extent why you women try to support him, even though some of his ramblings were ridiculous. Um, but at this point now, look what's happening. The women that did support him are now being turned on. So this is what happens when you have someone like him. If he's, calling out other people as scammers, skanks, liars, blah, 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 at some point it's going to turn around and it's going to be you next. So stay away from him. Yeah, I agree with Nikki. Christy, just block him, ghost him, ignore him. If you give anything to him, he's going to keep regurgitating the same shit. Not worth you having panic attacks over, Christy. Absolutely not. I'm kicking myself. Dang it, I missed so much. 40 minutes behind. That's all right. You can catch it on the replay. I don't take down my live streams. It might take a little time to upload fully from the beginning because it always does, but you can catch it on the replay. Yeah, just stay away from him. Don't watch him anymore. He has problems. And the less he knows about you, the better. I mean, I just think that what happened with Marianne, no one believes. I mean, I don't understand why people did not believe Marianne. Whether you liked Marianne or not, the girl was not lying. So that was an indication right there. I wish that everybody would have been more open to believing her. No, 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 no. Marianne is okay. I'm talking about the interaction that Ben and her had at some point, and it came to a point where things started being uncomfortable for her, and no one believed it. Or I'm not going to say no one believed it. I'm going to say that certain people maybe didn't believe it because they were supporting Ben, and then tried to flip it. Well, happy, happy, happy. I don't, that's a strong statement to say that Marianne used Ben. I don't know in how she used him. Marianne's not here at the moment to talk about it, so I don't want to even go there, but I don't know how she could have used him. I think when whether or not someone decided to befriend someone and have conversations with them, if it gets to a point where the person feels uncomfortable about the conversation and they say no more, that's when it should end. Oh, to get at Laura? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about that because, quite frankly, I wasn't. You know, I didn't know all the interactions with people. I didn't know about Laura and Mary. You know what I mean? I didn't know all the ins and outs. I really didn't. All right, guys. I am going to go. Been on here for over 2 hours. I want to thank everyone for coming tonight, listening to me tonight. I hope that everyone has a beautiful weekend, beautiful 4th of July. I hope everyone has a good time whatever you're doing, having a cookout, going to the beach, whatever it is that you're doing. And I hope that Wendy will be back next Thursday for Ladies' Night. I don't know if I'll be going live or not on Tuesday, but I will keep everyone up to date on my community page. So watch on my community page for that live that I was talking about, where we're going to have a special someone come up here, and that's all I'm going to say. But you won't want to miss it. I can tell you that. And once it is ready and set, then I will be able to put it in the title of who is going to be here. Yeah, again, I don't know if it's going to be for sure on Friday. I will let you know. And if it's going to be on Friday, I will put it up as soon as I get back, and I will post it on the community page, and we'll see what happens. If it's not Friday, then it might be the following week. There are some things that we need to put into place. Yeah, it doesn't matter, you know, L Day, if it does or not. I'm not concerned about that. This was about her using my legal name in her keywords. That's the point of this whole live stream. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Again, thanks for coming. Thank you for the super chats, as always, for St. Jude. And I will see you either Friday night. If not Friday night, then next week. Again, just watch my community page to see when I post for the next live stream. Okay? Love you all, and see you soon. And everybody be good. All right. Bye-bye.